Cats. 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 They are probably the most beloved invasive species. I guess they wouldn't be invasive if we didn't distribute them all over the world, but I understand why people wanted to distribute them. I mean, look at them. Well, technically not this one. This is a rusty spotted cat, a wild cat who's also the smallest feline in the world. These little baby kittens weigh no more than 2 kilograms. As most cats, they're nocturnal solitary predators. And they're not invasive at all. Exact opposite, actually. They're very important for keeping the ecosystem in balance with their instinctual need to be a menace. They look small and cuddly, but let's just say I wouldn't want to be a mouse if one of these is present. A naturalist, T.C. Jordan, owned one of those as a pet, and it immediately bit the neck of a gazelle it was introduced to and had to be pulled off. Thankfully, they only live in India and Sri Lanka, and let's keep them that way or these little monsters will completely destroy the entire world's ecosystem. That was the smallest cat. Who's the biggest? That would be ligers, a mix of a lion and tigress, and they exist only in captivity, so they're the opposite of the rusty spotted cat in more than one way. There are less than 100 ligers in the entire world, and that's for the best. Ligers have a lot of health problems and shouldn't be bred. It's hard to tell anything about ligers and their behaviors as it all depends on their environment. It's interesting because lions and tigers are opposite in many ways. Lions live and hunt together, and tigers are extremely territorial and solitary. Truth be told, lions are more of an exception. Everyone knows that cats are not the most social animals ever, but there is one who's often considered the friendliest: Maine Coon. Maine Coons are arguably the second most famous thing from Maine, first being Stephen King, of course. They're known for their friendliness. These fellas like adults, kids, other cats, and they make delightful chirping noises. Their origin, the cats, not Stephen King, is questionable. Some of them state that they're hybrids of cats and raccoons, others that they come from the Queen of France or even Viking ships. They look similar to Norwegian forest cats. This is all false, of course. The reality is that these chirping kittens evolved from cats brought by settlers from the United Kingdom. So why are Maine Coons so similar to Norwegian forest cats? The answer is convergent evolution. Both of these breeds lived in harsh environments and needed thick coats to survive. Convergent evolution is a fascinating topic. Did you know about carcinization? Many unrelated species independently evolved into crabs. Leave a comment if you want us to make a video about this topic. Please do, I really want to make this video. Let's get back to cats, specifically Norwegian forest cats. These cats' ancestors may have been actual Viking cats. It makes sense. Having a cat on a ship was very useful to take care of mice. After all, that's one of the main reasons cats have been domesticated. They'd be useful to farmers and sailors alike for their hunting skills. It's so great to have such useful pets around. Oh yeah, Persian cats. The laziest cats around. They're often called furniture with fur. Guess where they come from? Yeah, they're from Persia. They were introduced to Europe in the 17th century and were popular among aristocrats for their beautiful fur and gentle nature. But there's a question that's on your mind, probably. Do they hate Mondays? Do they love lasagna? Yes, actually. It's never stated, but Garfield is widely considered to be a Persian tabby cat. While we're on the topic of Garfield, I can't not mention an interesting fact about the entire comic. Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield, designed Garfield specifically to be popular after his passion project Norm Nat failed. So we can say that he created Garfield out of spite, which is very Garfieldy. Speaking of which cat is the most spiteful? There are two main contenders for the title. First one is the Siamese cat. These are brilliant, smart, and loyal cats. Loyal to a fault. Sometimes they bond so much to one person they would be quite mean to others. The second one is the Asian steppe cat, or manul. These are mean and spiteful, but only because they really have to be. They're considered to be the slowest of cats, and because of that, they can't run. They have to defend themselves to survive. I'd be aggressive too if I were in their shoes, or paws, and well, they have the necessary tools to win any scrap. Their teeth are stronger and 3 times longer than most other cats, and they're extremely stealthy, so they hunt by ambushes. Moreover, they have really bad immunity and are prone to infections. Even a human can outrun a manul, but I wouldn't recommend it. And of course, they aren't kept as pets because they tend to attack human faces. Nowhere to run in the apartment. I'm sorry guys, this wasn't much of a contest. We all know that manul wins. A very important note, if your cat is aggressive, it may be a sign that it's stressed. Take care of your kitties, or they will eat your face. Let's take a break from brutal realities manul cats have to face every day of their lives. Manul is the slowest, but who's the fastest? The cheetah is the fastest of the big cats. It speeds up to 70 miles per hour for distances up to 1,640 feet. It can easily outrun a manul, but again, not sure if it would deal with its teeth. It can reach these dizzying speeds thanks to unique evolutionary advantages: lightweight build, long limbs, flexible spine, and specialized respiratory and cardiovascular systems. In other words, it's very cool. Among the smaller wild cats, serval is the fastest. They are able to run up to 50 miles per hour. They share this speed with caracal, who is a bit larger, but caracal has another special ability. They can jump 10 feet tall. They use this ability to catch birds. I wish I had it to get revenge on the seagull who stole my double cheeseburger. Now, let's move to small cats. In the wild, black-footed cats are fastest, their speed reaching 30 miles per hour. And finally, among domesticated cats, Egyptian Mau are the fastest, reaching the same 30 miles per hour. The secret of their speed is longer hind legs and a flap of skin on their leg, allowing them to stretch back farther. In a shocking callback to our previous facts, Egyptian Mau are closely related to Maine Coons. In fact, Egyptian Maus are considered one of the progenitors of modern domesticated cats. As you may have guessed, they come from Egypt, which helps us to illustrate the journey of Maine Coons and many other cats. Egyptian Mau is not only the fastest cat breed, but it's also the oldest one. Mau even means cat in Egyptian. It's so weird that they themselves don't know their rich ancestry. What is another breed of cat that makes you instantly think of Egypt? Probably the Sphinx, right? In reality, there is no connection to Egypt besides the name, and it's quite a new breed. It first appeared in the mid-20th century in Canada, of all places. I guess if they called it Rockies like Canadian Rockies, it wouldn't sound as cool as Sphinx. Sphinx breed is a result of genetic mutation, and first, Sphinx was a kitten named Prune. Some people dislike how Sphinxes look, but they're known for their loving nature. Speaking of modern breeds of cats, one of the most recently recognized breeds is called Lycoi, named like that after wolves and werewolves because of their weird hair patterns. It actually happened because of a recent mutation, so they're very similar to Sphinxes in their origin story. The gene first occurred in feral cats in 2011. To prove that it's indeed a gene and not a sickness, Gobble's family bred a few more Lycoi cats. Of course, if you're a cat lover, you know how bad breeding is, despite the lovely kitties it can produce. The same is with dogs. The breeding process often creates sick cats on purpose, often interbred. Supporting breeders can only make things worse, so a shelter cat is always a better option. It's even worse considering that cats are invasive species, and they destroy the ecosystem in almost every place they appear in. Of course, it's not the fault of kitties themselves. Among the least healthy cat breeds are previously mentioned Persian cats. Almost 2/3 of them have health problems. Others would be Scottish Folds and Munchkins. Not all breeders are bad, so be alert. Before we finish the video, how about some rapid-fire cat facts? 1. Did you know that cats are allergic to milk? While some cats can tolerate them a bit, it's still better not to give it to them. 2. Most cats probably didn't eat fish before they were domesticated. Crazy, isn't it? 3. Cats mostly meow for humans. They don't make sounds with each other. 4. Cats have unique nose prints, just as humans with fingers. 5. On average, cats sleep 2/3 of their lives, meaning that a 9-year-old cat would be awake for 3 years of their lives. 6. When cats chase their prey, they keep their head in one place. Dogs bob them up and down. 7. Cat brains are more similar to humans than dogs. 8. Pope Innocent VIII announced that cats are evil, and many of them were burned. Black Plague started sometime after it, and the increased population of rats made everything worse. Thanks, Pope Innocent VIII. 9. When a family cat died in Egypt, family members would mourn by shaving their eyebrows. 10. The first cat in space was Felicette. She survived the trip. Thanks for watching the videos. Share us stories about your cats. More videos are coming, and for now, like and subscribe.